known as the tall short sales guy. He's one of the most successful short sale agents in the state of Texas.
Ooh.
He's negotiated with every single one of the major banks. Like you, Chase, Wells Fargo. I mean, every
Do
single
you
one.
negotiate with the money box?
The money box.
Money box, anybody it takes, man. I'll negotiate with your mom. And that's pretty rough,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
She doesn't negotiate.
She's pretty tough.
She doesn't negotiate. So she's one of our favorite colleagues with Keller Williams. He's actually a colleague of ours with the company Keller Williams. He's the father of 3. He has a beautiful wife. Easy.
Ooh.
And he's a beast on the basketball court, actually.
Oh, you brought that up, huh?
Yeah, I
He's
did.
the best towel boy ever.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never had somebody give me water so fast.
I've never even asked for a Gatorade.
Well, I've never seen somebody sweat so much as Bobby. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous out there.
I thought I looked better when I sweat. Is why I sweat.
You glisten?
He sprays himself.
It's
yeah.
just yeah.
You spray beforehand? You put Pam?
Yeah.
It's yeah.
You put Pam?
Yeah,
So we met Josh playing basketball, right?
I think so.
Right when you
Yeah.
started in the real estate game.
That's probably dunking on you. And
Really?
That's probably,
Well,
It was
Yeah.
a 6-foot rim.
There was a
Oh,
6
yeah.
foot. There was a 6 foot rim. How tall are you, man?
6'4.5" with boots.
like
so,
6'12".
like maybe 6'3".
So if you were in Nebraska, you couldn't even call yourself the tall short sales guy. You'd be like the average.
yeah, they
height.
would be like the point guard.
But you're in
sort
San
of guy.
Antonio, so you're definitely the tall short sales guy.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I'm in China, but that works out.
We
so.
were just in the green room, man. I was thinking of a movie I saw you guys standing together. It was like twins. You remember that? Danny DeVito and Schwarzenegger?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean? Dude, you were just wallowing down the hallway.
It's not that I'm short. It's that he's extremely tall.
Yeah.
It's like the Taj Mahal. Like
Yeah.
it's just up
It's-
for scale.
I've always had a complex, so thanks for giving it back to me, Bobby. I appreciate it. Just,
I'm really embarrassed for you
just
right
yeah,
now.
I appreciate
You're
it.
like a freak of nature. Do people ever point and laugh?
I'm not a Sean Bradley. Come on, man. Every now and then they do. It's probably about my ears or my face, something about that.
No.
not
You
my
got
height.
fine ears.
They're great.
Well, thank you. I'm sort of covering them up.
I
right
know.
now. Yeah.
That's why we're saying that. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. What is a short sale?
Well, I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
You're gonna break that.
Oh, okay.
You wanna hold one?
Little Talladega Nights.
I'll hold this
humor there. No, actually, short sales. So San Quentin, for the short people, they have short sales over there, and
Sure.
no, that's not a short sale. A short sale is, quite frankly, you owe more than what your house is worth, and
Okay.
so you need to negotiate with your bank to take a lower payoff on that balance.
So why would someone owe more than their house is worth?
Oh boy, Chance sort of talked about it earlier. People are people; they do some crazy stuff. Lenders do some crazy stuff, believe it or not.
No, really? Never heard that.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? I mean, lenders always follow the rules. But debt, maybe they bought at the top of the market. They buy through builders and without an agent, builders see them coming. You never know. I mean, there's some crazy things we've seen, and the values drop. Obviously, the economy.
I'm glad you talked about builders because we have a lot of clients that they always ask us, should I build and should I get pre-existing? And me and Bobby fight about this. I've never lived in a brand new home. He's only lived in brand new homes. I'm kind of I like a more established neighborhood.
I hate roaches.
Yeah, yeah. I think that comes with trash. It doesn't come with
Yeah, as I said.
Yeah.
Cleanliness.
So we always tell our clients, like, it really depends. It depends on what your taste is. And, I know the new homes are more energy efficient and they have warranties and all that kind of stuff. But you're at the mercy of the builder leaving the neighborhood before you can really start to make your own equity, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you're competing with the builder. They have bigger pockets than you do.
Yeah, and they're going to sell no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you decide to sell in 2 years, you're probably going to be upside down because they're going to be the ones that are setting the prices pretty much.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know that. And of course, then you've got the clients that just have had their houses lose value because of things that have happened to the house. They didn't take care of it, or it's really outdated,
Sure.
And everything else is selling for higher. So
So if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Bobby and JJ Radio. We're sitting here with Josh Boggs, short sale specialist. We went over what a short sale is, and now we all know what it is. So I know you're a real estate agent, but what made you go down the path of becoming a short sale specialist?
great question, Bobby. I used to work with my family's business. We were a nonprofit. We were a licensed credit counseling company, and I used to help people way back in the day before short sales even had a name here on what to do with their mortgages. And so we used to sort of guide them at that point, and I just took that experience on when I got my real estate license,
Right.
and sort of saw the light at the end of the tunnel when I saw the economy hit in 2007, and I knew San Antonio might not be at the top of or at the front of the train, but we're definitely in the caboose. We're all heading the same direction.
Right.
So the writing was on the wall.
So one of the big myths in short sales I've noticed is that people think that a bank would prefer to foreclose on the home than short sell and help someone out. Is that true?
I'm going to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
Banks really don't care about people. It's about numbers.
Okay.
And as long as you understand the numbers of it, then you've got a much better chance. Now, of course, banks do foreclose quickly on some people. We've seen all types of interesting situations where sometimes they start foreclosure after 4 months of being past due on their mortgage, which is called default. Other times they've taken 2 years before they even started foreclosure. You just never know. But there is one caveat that we use as our team, and I would definitely tell you that that's a huge part of what we do, is knowing the bank's numbers and knowing how banks where they're going to take a short sale because they can get a little bit more on that money back versus having to foreclose, going through the process, worrying about the people damaging the home or leaving it vacant and destroying it, things like that.
So to dumb it down for me, so you're saying that the bank's going to have to really make a decision, and you know pretty well the numbers of where they're going to either let a house go to a potential buyer as a short sale, right? Take a loss, versus kicking the people out, getting all their stuff out, holding the property vacant, having it insured, because there's a big loss, and then putting it back on the market later, and still paying agents and all that kind of stuff and whatever. So it's the seesaw, right? Like, should I do it now or should I do it later, type of thing.
It is. I mean, and like I said, there's so much extra to go into it, but to dumb it down, basically, they're already going to look at a value anyway. And they already know that they have to pay realtors when they sell it on the REO market, take it back. So they'd rather, instead of having a lot of the unknowns that cause them more money, it's better for them to get the seller to cooperate, take care of the home, sell it for as much money as possible.
How about to a seller? Is there any fees to doing a short sale?
There should be no fees. Now,
Should be?
There should not be.
Okay.
There should not be. Now, there are sometimes costs included. I know my team, and I've got to throw out a shameless plug for Sarah, Debbie, and Norma. I mean, they rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shameless.
Yeah, shameless, totally. But they are my the beauty behind what I do. So, but no, our team actually, our processing, we have the sellers put up a little bit of money as far as deposit that they get fully refunded once they close the deal, because we want them committed. And that's a big part of how a short sale should go, because if the sellers aren't committed, the whole thing falls apart, and our integrity up on the market when buyers are seeing our names really falls through if we're not closing these short sales.
I'm glad that you said that. Yeah, because I know when I see a Josh Boggs short sale, I know you guys know what you're doing. You're a full service team. You're doing exactly what needs to be done to get the house to short sale. If I see other people, to be honest with you, that don't do a lot of business, or at least short sale business, then
I try to avoid them.
Yeah, I avoid them for sure.
Yeah, most of the times on the market, they're not an approved short sale. It's a very, very, very long process. But why would somebody want to work with a short sale team such as the one you have, rather than anyone else?
Bobby, simply, man, it's time. And anybody that has tried to send in a packet to the bank and has called numerous times, and they say, well, we didn't get this page, or we didn't get this, we can't see this. They take up your life. It's a life-sucking process. So we have girls that do that, and that's our ladies. That's all they do, and they're on the phones making sure they got it. They're tracking everything. We're making sure we're professionally tracking that package.
Yeah, no, I promise you, I've tried it one time, and I said that's it. From now on, it's going to Josh.
I think we've tried it once every few years, thinking we can do it,
You start back again,
and then we're like, no, I remember why we don't like it.
That's not true. We've had regular listings that end up becoming short sales during it.
Yeah.
And then we're like, now we're here and let's do something about it. But we never just taken it on.
But normally when we do get one, we give it to a professional such as Josh.
Yeah, well, and I appreciate that. We've taken care of them.
So we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna listen to some of our show partners. But if anyone wants to get a hold of Josh, if they feel that they know someone that might need his help, you can get a hold of him on his website. It's www.exposedhomes.com. That's exposed.
Plural.
All right, homes.com. All right. Listen to Bobby and JJ Radio.